Hey everybody, welcome to the Dog and Company Creator Talks. I am your host, Rebel Dog, and tonight we have a special segment for you. We're going to be talking again with the Game Herds. We have four hardworking ladies that have put a lot of time and effort into creating a safer and more enjoyable community. They have done this by creating an app. So I'm really excited to figure out just how they came about it and where they came up with the idea. So I'm going to stop talking and let's go listen to them. How you doing, ladies?
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Doing great.
Okay, make sure I can hear you guys. Hear you, ladies. So anyways, and here commences dog speech. Yeah, I've cut my speeches down quite a bit. I had to. It was crazy. But anyways, we're here today talking with the Gamers group. Like I said, I hope you guys can hear everything and see everything good. But they have created a mobile app that I know the last time that I talked with Caroline and them, they were kind of hinting about it, and they finally got it up and running. How long has it been now since it's been live?
Like 3 months.
3 months. 3 months live, and like I said, it's very well laid out. It's very well produced, and I'm very excited to be talking about it because I think we need more stuff like this. Like I said, especially since that we've been, social media is not a necessity or not a want anymore. It's become more of a necessity. So with that, why don't Laura or Laura, I'll let you or Heather fight this one out. Kind of give us a rundown about what the Game Hers is.
Sure. I'll let you do that.
Okay. So hi, first of all, we are all so excited to be here. Thank you, dog. Can I call you dog? Do I call you Joe the dog?
No, you can just call me either way.
Okay. Thank you for inviting us to be here. We're thrilled. So the Gamers started 2 years ago. We are a social media platform, media company, lifestyle brand, and now have used some really cool cutting edge technology to create an app that connects, supports, and highlights women in gaming and who work in gaming. We like to say that we try whenever we can to shine the light on women in gaming. We like to say we have two other co-founders, so there's four of us, and the co-founders and our team. We like to say that we're always the least important people in the room. We try to create conversations, content, platforms, interactions that bring women and femme-identifying gamers together in a safe way, and really try to celebrate them. And we do that through our content. We do that through our socials, through our Discord. We have the first ever gaming awards program created by women for women in the gaming space. We just rolled out a collegiate division, an initiative, and now we have the app. As Laura said, it launched 3 months ago and is officially out of beta as of March 1st in time for Women's History Month. So that's a little bit about us, and we're just super jazzed to be here. And thank you, Dog, for being such a supporter of ours. This is not just a place for women; it's a place, and femme-identifying gamers. It's a place for allies, and you are certainly one. So thank you.
Oh, I appreciate that. Why don't you ladies kind of introduce yourself a little bit and kind of, since Heather went first, I'll let Laura go first this time.
Sure. Hello, I'm so excited to be here. I'm Laura Deutsch. I'm one of the co-founders of the app, and my role in the company is working mainly on the development of the app, the actual product. So as you can imagine, that's been a hugely exciting process, coming up, with design and everything. We just to say, we as a business, we always knew that apps were where they were at, and we knew we were going to create an app somehow, some way. And then the very beginning, we were actually on a train ride to a PAX event, and one of our other co-founders, Verda, actually drew on a napkin what the app could look like this, and for the first time, it was like brought to life, and we're like, this really can happen. And that's when our work began. We to see what our community wanted and help guide us for how we develop the app. But I'll stop because I know this was supposed to be just an intro, and I would love
No?
to pass this over to Danielle, who is our head of ambassadors for the app.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome.
I'm also so happy to be here. Yes, I'm the head of people at the Gamehers, so I lead our ambassador program, brand and app ambassadors, as well as HR and diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging programming. So I have just truly enjoyed every second of working with the startup. It's super fun. As someone who didn't consider herself a gamer, and now with the backing of this amazing company, I feel like, yes, I am a gamer. I also love games. I have a whole PC setup situation. It's really great to have community here and have people of all types of backgrounds supporting one another. People just like Tiara, who's a lovely ambassador. Tiara.
Hello, I'm
Welcome.
Tiara. I came in as a ambassador before the app was officially launched, and I still can't believe that it's only been 3 months. There's thousands of us on the app already. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And also, don't believe Danielle when she says she's not a gamer. She killed me at Among Us last night. So don't believe her.
That did happen, yes.
Yeah, but I'm so glad I got this opportunity because I actually a full-time QA analyst during the day. So being able to see the app and it's like part of its development was actually really rewarding. It felt like, work, even though I wasn't working, because it was just that enjoyable being there. And we've already forged such a strong bond with so many of the people who are on the app, including all of the ambassadors. It's just been a really, truly rewarding experience. And I'm so happy I got to be a part of it.
Nice.
Joe, can I jump in? This is Heather here.
Go ahead.
I want to thank, so as Tiara mentioned, she's one of our ambassadors. I am every day humbled by the ambassadors that have been part of our app. They are, we have close to 100 now. They are the most lovely human beings. It is an honor to work and interact with them, and quite frankly, be friends and be in their worlds. So I just have to say that the app would not be successful without our ambassadors, full stop.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
and at some point, I'd love to discuss how we actually found our ambassadors, right? Through our
Definitely.
beta. Yeah, because that was really cool.
Right, that was a whole, and with Danielle's leadership, I mean,
Yes.
it's been something.
Yeah, it sounds like it was probably a lot of nerve-wracking trying to find the type of people to bring onto that to help do that. I totally understand that. But no, definitely we'll get into that because I'm kind of curious too, because I love how people find each other and how they get things going. So okay, let's just jump right into, I mean, the app. I mean, what exactly does the app do for people? I actually have a scene that kind of like highlights the app as we go. I've actually signed up for the app because I wanted to see what it was, and it's pretty detailed. Like I said, it flows good. I mean, it's social media, and there's a lot of cat pictures.
Dog, I have to be honest. I would love for Tiara to answer that question.
Okay.
I would love to hear that someone who loves our app and came into it, but wasn't, part of creating the actual app, to hear your thoughts of what you feel this app is. Because we know what we want it to be and what
Yep.
we hope it is, but I'd love to hear, Tiara, what you feel this app is.
I feel like I tell you guys every day how much I enjoy. Like every second I get, thank you guys so much for letting me be a part of this. But like, it's as you said, there's nowhere else online for something like this unless you get lucky enough to come across a Discord channel that's full of women and femme creators, and it's just as you said, we get kind of the short end of the stick when it comes to the gaming community. We usually don't get taken seriously. We're the last ones to get picked for partnerships and sponsorships, but now that's changing, and I think now is the perfect time for something like the Game Hers. And whenever I get up and I just open up the app, the first thing I see is people telling me good morning, and it's just like, you don't get that on Twitter. The only thing you get on Twitter is somebody saying, hey, come join my stream. Okay,
Yeah.
who are you? Let me know who you are first. And the Game Hers allows that. We get to introduce ourselves to each other. We find out what game somebody is playing, and do we like that game? Do I have this game? You want to meet up and play this game? All of that can be done on the app, and it's just, you can't, like I said, you can't get that anywhere else. And it's just, it's awesome being able to do that and communicate with people, like-minded people who share your interests. And it's just a huge plus that they're women.
Yeah. No,
But,
definitely.
yeah. I even like forced so many of my friends to join, including my twin sister. I was like, join this app. It's amazing. She's already making friends and linking up with people to play games.
So,
and there are lots of cat pictures. I think that's the cool place, is that you see all aspects of a gamer's life. Like, it's not just streaming and playing games. It's like, also I have my cat, and like literally my dog is right there.
So
Like,
many
he's
dogs.
always right here. So many puppy pictures of food. I mean, it's just like your whole life you get to share that with just really nice people who are going to greet you every morning and say you're doing a good job. And sometimes like that's the push to get through a crummy Monday.
Yep,
you know,
I
the one
totally
thing I've
agree.
noticed scrolling through the feed is just like I've gone through several posts. I have not seen one go live post. You know, and it's all about. No, I'm saying that in a good way.
No,
You know,
I was going to say, so this is, first of all, hearing Tiara and Danielle talk about this, I think it makes both of us, all the founders, so happy, because we really did, the app was created because we were trying to respond to the needs of our community. And one of the things they said they would like is an easy, safe way to connect and find other women and femme identifying gamers to play with, but also to share, as you just heard, interest stories, lifestyle, encouragement. And so there's a section that we created using some kind of cool disruptive technology for the members to find other women and femme identifying playing the similar games, that also may share similar interests, as you alluded to. So it's a play section, but it's also a feed, where you can keep up to date on what everyone's doing. But it's also groups. So there's a group, as you said, there's a pet love group, there's a cooking group, there's a mental health group. And just to touch on what you just said, we have a streaming group, and it's a streaming, and we called it self-promotion for a reason. I think women so often are hesitant to self-promote themselves, but we want women in our community to make affiliate. We want them to kick ass. We want them to find either jobs, either in gaming, via streaming, or outside of gaming. So we did that quite purposely, and it's been really nice to see. And we actually have had many of our members, even though we're just a few months old, tell us that they made Twitch affiliate literally from the support in the app. And that's like music to our ears.
Yeah.
We were sharing like crazy, like, just follow, come watch. We only need 3 people. Come on, let's do it. We're in the app going nuts, trying to get everyone. So far, I think, based on my little circle I have in the group, there's been 4 people who made affiliate in 2 weeks. Like, like it just took 2 weeks just for them to get it, and the app has only been open for three months. It's incredible.
Nice. Yeah, because even though you just need those small amount of numbers to become affiliate, it is very, very difficult if you don't know anybody.
Yes. Yep.
And a lot of streamers, when they start this, they come in not knowing anybody, especially with the pandemic and everybody locked in their house and everything else. That was like that was the only way of social engagement, was to go live and try to find these communities.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
I mean, I think this being around, and then if something ever drastically, God forbid, if that happens again, where we have to be locked up in our houses, I think apps like this one right here, it's going to be very, very beneficial to help. But yeah, because the groups, I mean, that was one thing that really, besides just the feed, you get to know about what everybody's doing. And it's not like Instagram and stuff like that where the food pics all the time, or this is what I had for dinner. Or it's not those kind of posts. These are actually real day-to-day events these ladies are doing, and they're posting. I mean, they're not like deep diving into their personal life, but I mean, they're sharing what they like to share and who they are and everything else. So it's really cool. And then when you go to the group section, like they were talking about, you got general content creation, mental health, pet love, wellness, trending topics, and then the promote yourself. You even got a new member welcome section, which is real good. I went in there. There was a lot of, you get to, it's like kind of like a meet and greet, But yeah, all the other groups that they have, yeah, it's really, really cool.
I think what's interesting also, so I did a mix and mingle yesterday. Tiara was there.
It was so fun.
It was so fun because we really just like hung out and talked about. I mean, my questions weren't the best, I'll be honest, but like it was still really fun.
Danielle, lie. Your questions are really good.
We'll see. But I just want to like really emphasize that the app community is really diverse, because we had Ashin on our app, who during the first mix and mingle was pregnant, and during this mix and mingle we got to see her new baby.
Oh wow!
I know.
It
And,
was
like,
amazing.
it was just like it was so cool to, because I mean I feel like after that event I was like, I just made new friends, like for real new friends. Like I got to see Ashin's new baby and she's nursing him, and I mean, I think any gamer, no matter your age, your background, anything, like all of your identities are welcome here. And I think gamer moms are very overlooked. There's a ton of them.
So true.
There's so many of them. And like perhaps that's going to be a new category in the app one day, right?
Ooh.
But, yeah.
Gamer moms. Yeah, because that's hard to try to balance being a gamer and trying to have a kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a whole.
Sounds difficult.
Dog, just to kind of back up a little bit. So Danielle mentioned a mix and mingle. So the other part of the app is we have in-app events. So if you are an app member, you have for free exclusive events that are offered. Some of them are super social, like the ones Danielle runs. And by the way, her questions never suck. They're amazing. And also educational ones, how to stream. Danielle's running next month one on professional advice from an HR perspective. Oh, wow. So it's both, and it's all free, and it's all for our app members.
Nice. And then you can also, it looks like in there, you could also register your own events. So if you have some personal events going on with your channel or whatever, it looks like you can put those in there.
Yeah, you put them right in the promote yourself, and people rally and they join and they follow, and it's super fun.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Like I said, and I'm just is there a group for LGBTQ? I think yes.
There's not a specific channel or group for that, but the entire app is all about that.
Yeah,
all welcoming. It's really a place. When we we're kind of putting together our mission statement on paper, and we said we want this to be a safe place for everyone, especially communities that often feel marginalized. It has been such a delight to see that has really happened in the app.
Yeah, and the fact that like you were just touching on the collegiate sports and stuff like that. I mean, you see that coming about more and more every day, with high schools picking it up, more colleges are picking it up, just for the fact because they want to have a backup in case the end game, where you go to a game and sit down and actually watch it isn't able to happen. So, the gaming in colleges and stuff like that group, if you are a college person and stuff like that and you want to get involved, it's an awesome way to connect with, other women gamers and stuff like that. I like the fact of it is just because it's one central hub, instead of having to go through 90,000 different things or search on Twitter for 90,000 posts or search a hashtag or anything else. I mean, I think once this really, and I'm not going to doubt it one bit, this will blow up bigger than what you ladies probably think it's going to, just for this fact that you have all of this in there.
Doug, I think one of the secrets to the success of our app, I think there's really two things that really make this place unique and special, and the special sauce that makes the app what it is. And the first is that what we were alluding to before is that the common thread of all these women and femme identifying people on our app, the common thread is their love for gaming. Whether they're newbie gamers, hardcore gamers, they all have a love at some level for gaming, but they understand that they want to celebrate that as well as other parts of their being. So, many Discord groups right now, they're amazing. And you can have, there's lots of women gaming groups, but they're really focused on gaming.
Yeah.
And there's lots of other types of places where you can focus on your pets, or you can focus on this or that. But the Gamers app is really truly one of the first places that combines the two. So it doesn't matter, like you can have a very newbie feeling for gaming, but you just love really nice people and good people and want to get on the app and say good morning and have a great day.
Yeah.
And you feel fit right in. Or you can be a hardcore person and talk about your streams, and you'll have those people who respond as well. So it's that part of it is I think what makes it so special. And the second part is, I will say again, and I tell our ambassadors day in, day out, I want to talk a little bit about how we got the ambassador program going. So when we first started developing the product and we got our MVP, we had to go into a beta.
Mhm.
So we, did a call out to our community, who wants to, be first in on our app and try it out and test it for us. And we got a bunch of people to try it out. These people were our first users, and we noticed just right away the energy of these women was just like, wow, this is incredible. So once we had our betas in, we put another call out for ambassadors. And we basically said, these are people who really want to, it's a program. They get perks, they get benefits. They also get each other. They've created this whole group amongst themselves that they've become great friends. But they're what we like to call them. They are our behavior modelers. Before we launched live to the public, our ambassadors were in there modeling the behavior that we wanted to see on our app. And because they're such incredible people, they were just being themselves. And that's exactly what we wanted. And now people come into this app, they see this positivity, this supportiveness, and they all come on. I mean, it's really incredible to me. Safety was a huge priority for us. And, we have the ability in our app to block any user.
Okay.
But when you block a user, you never see anything that they do. You won't see a comment of theirs. So it's like that user is gone from you. And we have not had to block it. We have not had to block any users. I do admit we've had to block one. I think it was an 18-year-old boy who asked a girl out on a date, and we just kind of said, that's not what this is for. But it's been so positive and incredible. And I think those are the two things brought together, our combined interest groups and our incredible ambassadors modeling the behavior for people who join.
Dog, just to piggyback on what Laura just said, because what she just said was critical for us, which is the safety.
Yeah.
So we did two things to try to make it as safe and inclusive as possible. So the first is what Laura just mentioned, which was we allowed, when we interviewed women on like what makes you feel safe, it's feeling in control of your own interactions and engagement in places, in social places.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure that each user can ban whoever they want. It doesn't go before, like I know on Discord, you have to go before the mods and all that stuff. On our app, you don't. If man, woman, femme identifying, non-binary, if someone on the app is just not your jam and is making you uncomfortable, you can just ban them. And as Laura said, they're gone from your feed. You don't see any history that they were there. They're just gone.
Nice.
And then if you want to take it a step further, you can report someone. And when you report someone, then as Laura said, the particular 18-year-old, we had to politely say, this is not a dating site. you can report someone, and then the company, goes in, and we decide as a company. But both those things, I think, have contributed to it feeling so safe for our members. And then and for the listeners who are in product development, especially on apps, they will appreciate this especially. But we had to make a decision in the onboarding process. So onboarding is a really tricky craft with all apps, because lots of people start and download an app, and they don't go through the process of like filling stuff out and putting in their name and all that jazz. So you lose a lot of people. Our onboarding, for those of you on the app, you'll know, is long, and it's long for a reason. It's because we made it so people have to really abide by our community rules, which we put in the onboarding. And we also have a 2-factor authentication, which everybody told us not to do because it's just another step. And we, as Laura said, we literally polled our ambassadors in beta group and said, we're debating, should we just have 1-factor? Should we do 2-factor? If it's 2-factor, it's more work, and we may lose more people. And the majority of the users said it's worth it.
Yeah.
So I think that as a business, lots of people would have told us not to do that, but it was absolutely the right call. And I think it will pay off not only for community involvement and feeling safe on the app, but also from like just a smart business move.
Yeah, the 2-factor authentication, I totally am 100% on that on any tap. Yeah, I mean, it was lengthy, but I was actually impressed by that because, so many apps you just sign up. It's just like, okay, enter your name, email, and then done, and you're signed up for it. And because basically most of those apps, all they want is your email address so they can just send you stuff. But no, especially with all of the hate raids in the last couple of years and all of the other stuff going on, I mean, 2-factor authentication is just, it should be a necessity for everything. I learned the hard way. I mean, I'm glad I had most of my stuff but I got hacked 2 months ago.
Oh no.
I had my Discord stolen from me, had all my accounts stolen from me. I literally had to shut down my computer and find out where he infiltrated my computer at because it was a password hack.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I'm so sorry. That's
Yeah.
so stressful, and I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, it took 2 weeks out of my life that I'll never get back.
Oh.
Whoa.
So no, with the 2-factor authentication, if nobody uses it, especially like on your Twitch account where you have your financials, anything. So I'm a firm believer in 2-factor authentication now. So that was really, really exciting to me to see that, that you're taking the security and the privacy of your members, to heart. 'Cause like I said, you don't see that in hardly any of the apps.
I remember as a beta tester coming in and getting that survey, like, do you think it's too much? What do you think about the onboarding process? Like, no, keep it all. Like, I want to be as secure and safe as possible on the app. And because of that, I don't have any concerns about logging in every day. And I'm so glad they stuck with it, because I was just like, nope, nope, we need that. Keep it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I look at it this way, is it's like, if it's somebody that doesn't want to go that far into it, in a business standpoint, it's just something in a research standpoint. If you don't want to put that much effort into something, then it's probably something you really aren't there to use it for the right reason anyways.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, and those questions, especially the questions about what games you're playing, it's a long list of games now. When I was in the beta, when Tiara was doing it too, I think there was maybe like 6 games, right?
Yeah.
Now it's hundreds of games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
those
so
answers
many.
do impact your experience. So, I mean, find all the games you're playing, because then people can find you to play those games. So it all makes a difference.
Yeah, I think one of the most wholesome things I've seen on the app so far was related to that, where, like how Laura was saying, some people come in and they're not big gamers, and they're like, oh, I just played this one game, and somebody immediately commented on that post, was like, I played too, and they literally had a whole discussion about how they're going to link up and play later.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what this is for. Because I'm like somewhere in the middle. I'm not hardcore, and I'm not like a baby gamer, as I call them. But like, just seeing that, it just is like, yeah, this is going to help a lot of people change who they are in terms of like the gaming world, because like I said, we saw people go from nobodies to an affiliate in 2 weeks, and turn people who were passive gamers into like I'm playing this every day now, and it's just wonderful.
I'd like to. I was thinking, um, an app, an app, in order to be successful, a lot of stuff has to happen. It can't happen in a silo. It doesn't happen alone. So for us, again, like I always like to talk about how our ambassadors were such a huge help, and they're in like really important and in our whole process of the app. But I just want to do a shout out because we need a leader of our ambassadors. And without Danielle being the leader of our leaders, this wouldn't happen either. So I mean, if I were to give advice to anyone who's ever creating a product or a community, and you need behavior model, people to model behavior just like we did, but you also need a leader for those people. And Danielle is like the glue that sticks all the ambassadors together. And I really wanted to put a shout out to Danielle because her influence on our community has been beyond.
So,
I
Couldn't
agree.
agree
I've
more.
known Danielle for 3 months, and I already call her my twin, and I have a twin. I'm
yeah,
like,
I think they
that's my
coordinated before
sister
they
right
came on the
there.
show.
I think that's the cool thing about the gaming community that I didn't know. Like, this isn't an industry I've been in my whole career. But everyone's just so nice, and they're really my friends. Like, someone I met Mags yesterday. Mags a million. Mags, if you're listening, I'm shouting you out because you're awesome. We talked about how she broke her arm right here.
Oh no!
I mean,
Oh,
like,
no.
no, not recently, when she was 8 years old.
Oh,
Like, but we were just like sharing fun stories, and then she sent me a book to read later. I mean, you're just like making real friends that you can laugh with, and it's the best. It's so fun.
It is. We keep talking. I keep talking to Danielle like, I'm gonna come and do your hair because I want to play in her hair so bad.
And I say, please do that because it's just still in a ponytail.
We spent like 20 minutes just talking about hair and going from I don't really know you from a can of paint to now I'm gonna come to your house and do your hair.
See, isn't that amazing? Just one piece of technology can do that. I mean, it's just like I said in the beginning. It's just like I would have never in my lifetime, looking at it now, well, I would never thought I'd be doing this, as a kid. But because this technology wasn't around when I was growing up, and so to be able to see this type of technology, period, it's just amazing, and and I'm grateful I get to learn about it a little bit more from the creators and stuff like that. So that's even better. So how many ambassadors are you in charge of, like the entire ambassador for the Gamer Hers or the Game Hers? I don't know why I keep saying the gamer. I've always got to correct myself.
No, it's okay. Yes, I'm in charge of all of the ambassadors.
Wow.
There's app ambassadors, and there's about 70 of them. And then we have brand ambassadors, and there's I think like 13, but we do have some overlap, so I'm not quite sure how many. So like, over 80. And I don't talk to every single one of them every day, but I do like try to keep them organized. Everyone got this awesome hoodie I'm wearing, and now I wear it as well as the leader of the ambassadors. So it's just super fun. Everyone's really nice and kind and so patient with me, which is really helpful because I don't know Twitch that well. And someone I think said they asked me, they said, "Oh, someone raided my Twitch," and I said, "Oh no, are you okay?" And they were like, "No, that's a good thing." And I was just like, "Oh, I'm such a noob." Like,
That's all right.
Everyone's so patient.
Talking about that's when I very first got into content creation. I was the same way, so don't feel bad. When you got into Mixer, and they used to have this thing, the whisper, or in Twitch too, when people whisper you. I was sitting there watching these streams, and I kept seeing, and it's like whisper, I got you, I hear you whisper, and I kept hearing whisper, and it's like I go to somebody else's channel and hear whisper. It's like, dude, this makes it. I want to know who this dude is. He like gets around to everybody streaming, everybody knows him.
He's a mass whisperer.
Yeah, he's the most popular guy on these platforms. It's like, who is this person? And then once I got into it, it's just like, oh, kind of makes you feel like, But,
Dog, I had a funny, slightly similar story. So before we even launched, we interviewed a lot of gamers from actually around the world, just because we wanted to make sure we were creating something that they wanted. And so I was texting with this one woman who lived in the UK, and we were trying to find a time that would work for us to chat. And she said, she said, "Oh, I'm not sure if that time is going to work. I'm going to be hunting hedgehogs then." And I was like, "Okay." So I get off. My son at the time, big gamer. I'm like, "Chris, what is this? What is this? What's hunting hedge? What does this mean in gamer? Like, what's happening?" He's like, "Mom, I don't know. Is it Sonic Hedgehog?" He's like, I actually don't know." So anyway, we get on the next day. We're chatting. And she says in passing, she's like, "Anyway, so my profession is I go around the English countryside and I hunt hedgehogs to save them." She literally, her job was to rescue hedgehogs.
Oh wow.
You thought it was a gamer term.
I would have thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Same.
That sounds hilarious. I'm hunting hedgehogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming
Well,
back.
yeah. I mean, it's just. I mean, gamers. I mean, content creators, streamers, whatever. They have their own language. You know. So yeah, it's just like when you're in it, embedded in it. You know, when you hear certain things, that's just the first thing you go to. You know, it's just like when people mistype in chat, and everybody tries to correct it, and it's like I always have to tell my chat, it's like, that's okay, I speak chat.
It's true though. You have sometimes they try to correct themselves. I'm like, I knew what you meant.
Yeah, it's like you didn't have to do that. It's like I speak chat. It's a
That's
whole
funny.
nother language. So on the onboarding process for the ambassadors, you said there's 70 that has to deal with the app alone. I mean, how did you find those 70?
I have to say it wasn't really hard. We had a huge group of beta testers.
Mm-hmm.
So there was about 2,000 people who volunteered to
Wow.
be part of our beta. And we actually put an inquiry out to our betas, and we said, and they had to fill out an application and make sure they were, we had hundreds of people and we had to wheedle it down. I believe we started with 50, and we just chose people that we knew would probably be the right fit for what we're looking for in an ambassador. And then now as we grow, we're letting more people become ambassadors because obviously the community is getting larger.
Yeah.
But we were very lucky that we didn't have to go looking. They were hand raisers, and they said, "I'd love to do this for you." And again, that's why I always give credit, because they are our life and blood of the app. So it's great.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Yeah, I was kind of curious that when she said 70 of them, I'm like, okay. I mean, I kind of figured it had something to do with like submitting an application, but yeah, I guess that would be a smart thing to do if you had that many. Man, yeah. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to know anything about marketing, y'all need to get a hold of them. I push everybody when they have marketing questions and answers. It's like I haven't been in this business long enough to do anything. So it's like, go talk to somebody, email or contact the Game Hers and find out, if they'll give you some of their trade secrets, what they did. But
I think it has a lot to do with being a woman.
Mm.
We have a certain magic.
it does. I mean, women are more methodical and detailed. So yeah, it's just like, anything. I guess I'm biased because, like I said, I grew up with sisters. I had 4 sisters that I grew up with.
Oh.
So, and I was the baby of the family through the whole thing. So it's like, but so I kind of understand, like I said, what they go through and stuff like that. But when it comes to the app, what is, Laura, what's your favorite part of the app that you like the most?
My favorite part of the app that I like, I swear I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it truly is what brings me joy, is just the positivity that I see day in, day out. I've just never seen a place like that before. And to think that it's in the app that we've created for the gamers, like, it's just, it blows me away literally every time I go into that app, because I'm just like, this place is so nice and it's genuine. And, as a product developer, you can't ask for more. I mean, you're building community, and we are really building this community here. And because we have such an engaged community, we're able to constantly ask them what they want to see, so we can really enhance and build our product to meet their needs. Like, interestingly, when we first had our betas before we launched, we were on track to build this other part of the app. And after we got information from our betas, we're like, wait, we need to pivot. There are some things that they're saying that they would really want that comes first, you know, like we don't know if this thing we're building is what they want. They're telling us what they want. So we pivoted and we made these changes before we went live. So it's
Wow.
it's like a 360. You know, they come in, they're so positive, and they feed us and tell us what we should build, and we build, and they give us feedback. It's like partnered.
Well, and I think that's what it needs to be, because I mean, if you want it to be a community driven, community based, and basically community run, you know, in a management standpoint, that's what you have to do. I mean, it's you treat everybody's ideas as equal, and then what you know, what don't work works, and or what don't work, and what works. You know, it's one of
Hmm.
those type of things. But yeah, it's all yeah, it's you guys have done a great job on that. I appreciate that, because like I said, going through the feeds and stuff like that, it's just like I really would hope like some of the other apps that are starting to come out. I know there's a few other companies or developers I've talked to and stuff like that have created apps. This is a good base model that they need to go off of, because just as how clean, how organized, and how informative. I mean, those are the three most important things about an app to me, you know, when I look for an app. So, um,
Yeah. I
Tiara,
think
what?
also, dog, I
Yeah.
just want to say one thing. And I
No,
love
go
when
ahead.
I'm like all serious and I'm like, I think also, dog, is that
It's the New Yorker coming out.
oh God. You know, when we were developing the app, obviously we've, you know, studied every gaming app out there. And what we have noticed is that they were all definitely developed by men. There's a certain look and feel to them, and they were built gaming first.
Mhm.
And again, this app was built and created by women. And the second you get in there, it's completely obvious. And it was built with community first.
Yeah.
So gaming was the thread, but it was built on the concept of we're building a community. We're not building a gaming app.
Yeah.
So again, you know, if you take a look at all different apps out there, you'll see it's the difference in the branding, like you're talking about. It all comes together to give a general feeling of what you're coming into.
And I
Yeah.
think you really notice that. I mean, for me, as a like Tiara kind of said, you know, you have your hardcore gamers, and then like she's in the middle. I'm more of a baby gamer. But I've always been nervous to call myself a gamer, because I felt like then I'd have to justify it. It's like, because then you get quizzed, you know, you get like mansplained, right? It's like, well, do you know when the first Tekken blah 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 came out,
Oh
and like,
my
did you know
God,
this thing
yes.
and then this? And no, I don't know those things like at all. You know. And do I know what 3D card I have on my computer? No, I don't.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Like, but no one does that in this app. You know, if you don't know what being rated means, no one's offended and angry at you. They just
Nope.
explain,
Yep.
because it's not about being a gamer first. It's about being just a good human first. So I
Yeah,
love that.
even when we were beta testing, we all came in knowing it was a game hers app, but those first few posts that we were like practice posts that we were making, nobody was talking about games. We were all talking, look at my dog, look at my cat. And it was so funny, because I was like, but then I was like, okay, let me just join in. And it was like mental health conversations and all this. And it was wonderful. And that was before the app even launched. And I was like, okay, all right, this is where I belong.
Yeah. No, like I said, just for the fact that you can go in there. I like going in there just for the fact and reading some of the people's feeds and stuff like that. It's just a breath of fresh air, because like I said, on Twitter, you got the drama going on, or you've got, you know, cancel culture going on left and right on
Oh,
Twitter.
Lord, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't think since I've become, you know, part of the Twitter community or whatever, I don't think I saw one day without something that has to do with cancel culture or
Mm.
getting, you know, hate messages, or you know, it's just crazy. So being able to come into an app like this here and just be able to read about somebody's day or what somebody likes, you know, and even if, you know, when I game, you know, like with the Call of Duty and stuff like that, and the scary games like Phasmo and stuff, you can go in there to the play area and find those type of people that, you know, are playing. And, you know, I haven't been able to get in there and ask them because I haven't had time to do any gaming, um, but yeah, it's just the fact that it's a place to go to be at home without having to worry about all that, you know, all that hate and discontent in today's
Mm.
world.
Yeah, I agree. I saw one post a girl was talking about she was showing her makeup, like something that she was wearing on stream. Oh, look at the makeup I did for my stream. And then the next post, she's like getting a 5-player kill in Call of Duty. And I was like, what the hell? You don't usually associate one with the other. Oh, here's some makeup. Look at me kill people. It was so funny, but I totally agree. It's a breath of fresh air walking to the app
Yeah.
because Twitter is just a madhouse and you'll see people going live up there too, but then you're like, okay, thanks. And then you open up the game hers and it's just like happiness and joy.
Yeah, and cats.
And
And
cats. Yes.
Nothing. I don't have anything against cats, but yeah, it's just like But yeah, no. So Heather, what's your favorite part of the app?
Ooh, okay. Let's see. I think I like the new member welcome group because we have people when they welcome themselves often say, I've never been brave enough to join a social app. I've never been brave enough to introduce myself. It's just fascinating to me. And one of the priorities that we made when we were in the modeling stage of the app was to make sure that anyone that does a new post, especially like a welcome and introduce, can't go unanswered because there's nothing worse than putting yourself out there, especially like I'm new, I'm nervous to be here and introducing yourself and then having no likes, no comments. So that's the other thing I love is that people put themselves out there, and I have yet to see a post go unanswered or uncommented on from especially a new member. So I love that.
Now, in the welcoming section, is like, do you have like people assigned, like some of the ambassadors assigned to help?
We didn't have to assign them. They
Oh,
just
that's
they
nice.
just do it. They're just there. And it's sometimes not just the ambassadors, it's other members that are new that have been there for like a month or so and they join in.
I think that's one of my favorite part of the apps is because I did it this morning. I opened it up as soon as I got up because I was like, I don't want to get out of bed right now. I'll just open up the app. And as soon as I open it up, it's people posts saying, oh, I saw the ad, so I decided to join. And I
Yeah.
was just like, well, hi. Thanks for joining. And it usually is like they'll post something about their lives or like a game that they're playing. And that's usually how a conversation gets started. I'll welcome them to the app and be like, oh, what role do you play in this game? Or, something else like that. And that's how a whole conversation will get started. And it's amazing.
It's so fun. I started my day in bed too, and I went on the app and I saw Danielle post the most adorable picture of her dog with like the most amazing collar, dog collar. So I'm in app like on with her. Danielle, where did that collar? It's so fire. It was I don't know. It's like bedazzled. What is it,
I
Danielle?
saw that. I saw that this morning. It's funny. It's just from Target. It's just
Oh,
it's
so
like
cute.
neon though, and I think it's the filter with the
Okay.
because I was literally playing Animal Crossing and he was laying in my lap, and I was like, this is a picture for the app, like
That's so cute.
Yeah, I mean, just going
Adorable.
through the welcoming center, it's like everybody's comment. There's not one comment on there that somebody's put on there that was not answered right away.
Right.
At least by one person. So
Exactly.
I would feel bad coming into the app and everybody's like crickets.
Well, you know what? Like I said, that's why I'm saying there's been a few new apps that that I have been a part of and stuff like that I've gotten into. And yeah, you sit there and it says a welcoming site. You put in, is like, hi, my name is such and such. I do this, this, and this, and it's just like it might be days, it might be weeks before somebody's even said anything to you.
Oh no.
So it's just like, okay, it's like, I guess I'm out of
You're
that
like,
app.
"All
What's even crazier is I'm kind of antisocial in person, and you couldn't tell that on the app because I'm just like talking to everybody. But
Is it-
in real life, I'm more like
First
reserved.
time, I would have never guessed that. Knowing
Really?
you in the app. Never.
same. You've said that a
Okay.
couple times, but I don't
Yes.
really believe you.
Really? Like during the meetings, I'm always like hiding my face. But on the app, I'm like, hey, how are you? What's up?
No, I'm totally the same way. I mean, like I said, like, you wouldn't know it by me talking on here and talking with people on here. But yeah, if I meet you ladies in real life, I'm not going to be that way because I've already met you. But if I were to meet you on the street for the first time, I probably wouldn't. I'm very
Yeah,
I
you get a
just
head
kind
nod,
of
and
draw
that's it.
into myself. It's just like I'm very shy to a point. That's why when my family and stuff like that, it's like, well, how's come you can just talk for hours on here and then you just don't talk out there? It's just like, I don't know. But yeah, so that seeing that welcoming, is like a very welcoming sight to see, in the social media game, so um Tiara, what's your favorite part of the app? Sorry, I got my dog in here. We got a brand new puppy, and she's
I
like,
thought I saw something.
I
was
saw
like,
it, yeah. I
Yeah,
saw
it-
someone run in.
Dog,
Yeah,
you
we-
could take a picture. You could put it on the app. You could.
Exactly. Yep. Plug. Do the plug.
I
Yeah.
love puppies on the app.
yeah, we got a brand new blue heeler puppy, and she's like, yeah. When we thought that, you see them as cow dogs, work dogs, yeah, they're a total terror when they're puppies.
Because they're so high
no.
energy, right? Like they have
Oh.
just tons of energy.
I
Yeah,
can imagine.
when I found
Oh.
out that they were they were originally, when they first were crossbred, they were crossbred between a dingo and an Australian shepherd.
Wait, is that really
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Those are
Huh.
runners.
yeah.
interesting? No wonder.
Yeah,
I'm
the
sure that puppy
Australian
gets the
Shepherd is the
zoomies.
herding part, and the dingo they bred them with dingoes because the Australian Shepherds would tire out so quickly. So they bred them with dingoes, and they never tire out.
I would be in tears. This was a
Wow.
mistake.
Wow.
So she's the sweetest little thing. I mean, she can be nice. Hopefully, when she gets a little older, she calms down a little bit. But
No.
probably
Do
not.
kids do that? No.
No.
My favorite part of the app, I don't want to steal Laura's and say the positivity, but that's the first thing you get when you walk through the door. Okay, then no, I'm kidding. I definitely want to say the private messaging because the way it's set up is when you go to add somebody as a friend, like you'll go to their page and it'll say add as a friend. You click on that, and like I said, I'm antisocial. I don't ever know what the first thing to say is. I don't start conversations myself. But the app actually has it set up where when you go to message this person for the first time, it'll say hello, or it'll have like options like what's your favorite game, or what's I don't know, something that you're doing. It's like it's got options for you to start the conversation for you, like icebreakers. That was the word. I'm like, what's the word I'm looking for? It has icebreakers set up so that you can ask that instead of trying to come up something yourself. And I think that's really awesome because most apps will not do that.
No.
Discord don't do that. So like I said, I don't know how to start conversations often, so that it's a big help when it comes to talking to new people.
Yeah.
And I'll get it and I'll be like, oh, now I have to think.
I've got to talk.
Talk.
Well,
But
it's
yeah,
kind of like
that's the
it's
fun
kind of like a push to try to get you engaged too. Because if somebody is like that has never been into an app, this magnitude, and they're waiting to just put their stuff in there, it's like hi, okay, then they're just waiting to walk away. Just like I was walking to that app, no response for like a few days. But yeah, you get that automatic response. I mean, it's not like an it is an autoresponder to a point, but I mean, still though, you're being responded to, so it engages you to want to respond back. So yeah,
I love it. It's awesome.
Danielle, what's your favorite part of the app?
I like the events, actually. I like that we offer such a wide variety of events. So we have lots of streamers in the community, and I know we did an event like focus for streamers to kind of like get started, or just because I mean, that's not something I would do. I'm just being a streamer is too much work, and it's also like scary. So I really appreciate everyone who puts their lives out there, because then I can consume it and it's wonderful. And then there was, I think we had an event the other week with someone talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion in the gaming space, and plus social justice. I mean, like really talking about that intersection of gaming and social justice and building community and all of that. And that was such an amazing event. So it's just a really cool place to learn new things, like completely new things. One of our community manager, Karina, did a whole event on starting a Discord. And I attended because I was really curious. How do you start a Discord? So you can learn a lot in the app and then meet people.
Yeah.
And then meet people.
Well, like when you're learning about a Discord, you're not meeting people so much, but there are events specifically about meeting people. So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, the group section. I mean, you've got the content creators, which ow, sorry, she just bit my finger.
The dog, not Danielle, y'all.
Yeah, the dog did.
Yes. Thank you, Heather, for
she's got
everyone
like
who can't
razor
see.
sharp teeth, and I know where that's where the when I figure out the dingo was in her. But um, but yeah, I mean, just like the content creator section, you know, if you need any help with content creating or anything else like that, they post that in there. They post setups. I love watching people's setups, you
Oh
know,
my God, yes.
to find out, you know, just to see, you know, what kind of because I think somebody's setup is kind of, I mean, like the extravagant ones. It's I don't know, they're just kind of different. But I mean, just the simple ones that they can make it work, really get me interested on, you know, that creator and stuff like that, because they're down to earth. But I also like to hear, you know, about how long it takes them, you know, if they've started out with nothing and where they've came, you know, 6 months later. This is a good place to do that. It's just like if you're a brand new creator, you can post in there, you know, post setups. And, you know, a lot of people just have a laptop and a computer and the gaming console, and then, you know, they grow, you know, become an affiliate, and they grow in the system, and they get their first paycheck. And it's usually the first thing that a creator or somebody, a Twitch streamer does the first time they get a good payout from Twitch is they upgrade their system. So it's always nice to be able to see that kind of stuff. So yeah,
God, I wish I had this when I first started, because because it took so long to get affiliate, and then trying to get people to donate to upgrade your stream is so difficult, because you don't expect people to do it, but you ask for it. And yeah, like you said, you can go into the game hers and go to content creation. People are talking about like graphic cards and which webcam do you use, and is this important? Should I have lights and stuff like that? And we're just like, no, just be you. That'll come afterwards. And you just see people evolve, and it's just so cool.
Yeah, because that's one of the things I tell people is like, you don't need, you know, because when they see my setup and stuff like that, it's like, oh, you got that, and it's like, it's taken me 2 years and a lot of money that I should have not have spent to start out with. You know, because I was one of those that sit there and it's like, oh, I've got to have this, you know, it's gonna make me popular, and you know, yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Me too. I bought all this Razer crap. Like, I love Razer, but it's so expensive.
But yeah, it's just in the trending topics, I like that one in there too. It's not like what you think of the Twitter trenders or Twitter trending and stuff like that. This is actually things that are happening in these people in the creators' lives and stuff like that they want to share with everybody. And the fact that, you know, like you said, if it's somebody, you know, somebody comes in and starts trolling, you know, because as the app grows, you know, that's going to be an issue with trolls coming in, just because trolls are trolls. But being able to do this and have the security of posting this kind of stuff on there, knowing that if something comes through and somebody comes through and starts being a turd about it, they can be kicked immediately. So yeah, because I mean, and it's nothing personal. They're just kind of like detailing what they think is, you know, what they feel is their passion and their creativity. So yeah. And the fact you got cosplay, you know, I cannot believe how many cosplay people there are since I've started doing this business.
I'm in that section.
Are you? You cosplay?
Yes, that's me right there.
This
I'm
one right
cutting
here?
out no. I was cutting out pants, and I was
this
asking
one?
people, how do you cut pants? Because it's so hard.
See?
Yeah, I got a couple people telling me that they're all scared to do it. I'm like, well, I need help.
Yeah, culinary corner. I mean, is there there's recipes in there. Chad, you'd like this one. Chad's my mod. He's a connoisseur of food. Oh wow, yeah. I haven't had lunch yet, so I'm hungry now.
Me too. That's why that group is dangerous, because
Yeah.
I'll see it in the morning like, nope. I'm starving.
Oh, fan art and culture. Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many hidden talents, and I think this app right here will bring out if people, you know, because like you said, you know, being shy and not wanting and not knowing how to connect. I think this gives an opportunity, an avenue for them to do that and just show their work, and you never know, you know, it might get picked up by somebody that knows somebody, and you know, it goes on down the road. Do you have any like future goals, like a couple? I always sit there, you know, in business, everybody says, what's your 5-year goals? But I think in creating content and doing this stuff here, I think we're like in dog years. So it's just like 1 year like equals 7 years to me. So it's like, because things change like on a daily basis with this industry. So what do you see your goals like within a year when it comes to the app?
I think for me it's twofold. One is growing the app. I think we've created a product that has a network effect. So meaning that the more people in the app, the actual better experience it is for everyone, and that's often unique in a product where people often feel drowned out if too many people are in a space. But that it has like the network effect. It's different. It's people I think feel energized with new people coming. So it would be to grow our members. And the second part is we've been contemplating bringing more jobs and job opportunities and job listings and career support in the app. And I think that is something that I think could be really exciting. And I think our community would really love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Laura, what if there's one thing that you could add to the app that, you know, if you could think of something that probably would benefit that's not already in there? I mean, it's kind of hard because there's a lot of things in there.
Yeah.
What's something that you think that would maybe be beneficial later on down the road?
You know, because our app is just such a place of support and encouragement, and we're already looking into this and thinking about it, we want members to be able to give other members gifts, but
Oh, okay.
virtual gifts,
Yeah.
right? So we envision having almost like a store where someone could buy another member a cup of coffee in the morning, or
Oh, wow.
if they're off to an interview, say good luck with the interview. And this is all TBD, but a way for members to give other members like just special gifts and make them feel good, and to have a little bit of commerce on the app. So that's where I'm looking at.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, because that's what I was wondering. Yeah, because that's one thing too I noticed too. I guess it just popped in my head. There's nothing on there. It's just like buy this, you know, do this, you know.
No, and we don't want it to be about that at all.
So-
This is more of a like supportive gift, like that a friend would do for another friend. So it's more that type of feel, like a feel good.
And another thing I like on this, I mean, I haven't seen it. I don't think there is, but there's not like a ranking system. You know, most apps you see like there's always some type of a ranking system to get, you know, like Discord has a ranking system, you know, and some of the other social media apps that I've, you know, been a part of, they always have this ranking system, which I don't know. I when I see a ranking system like that, it seems like it's like a buy to win or a pay to win type thing, where it you know, you do this and it boosts you up. Yeah, this is what I like seeing. It's just like everybody comes in and they boost each other up. So that's positive. So Tiara, what if you could add something like within the next year to the app, what would you want to add to it that you could see probably doing different?
That's kind of hard because like I love the app as it is.
I know.
Like I said, when it launched, I was amazed. I was like, all of this, and it's like day one. What? Oh God. Maybe. And this is not for me because, like I said, I'm antisocial. But like a video call feature, possibly, where you could like. Either like a video call or like a live stream type thing where you can show people like what you're doing like at the moment. Maybe not something that's like, you know, for a long amount of time, but like a 15-minute thing where you're just like, this is what I'm doing, or look at this thing that I'm doing, and people can maybe join in on the call or something like that. That might be fun.
Yeah. Danielle, do you have one that you would like to add to it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we're just thinking about like future app iterations, something that where people could game easier in the app. Because I think what's happening right now, I mean, this is totally anecdotal. Like, I don't know if this is happening everywhere, but people are connecting in the app and then going over to Discord and playing, right? Because like the Discord has the integration with Steam and all these other things. So if we don't have people leaving the app, they could just stay in the app. And like, because even when Tierra and I were playing Among Us, we were doing that in the Discord, you know. And I actually don't know. See, this is like, I'm not a gamer. I don't even usually set up the whole Discord room. Werewolf does that for me, and I just like go in there and I play.
Werewolf.
I know Werewolf is like the bestest ambassador. But like I don't think right now there's a good way of actually doing group games in the app. So that would be my next thing.
Listen, both of you, you're going to be sorry. You know, Laura and I move fast. We'll be sending you a survey in the next week.
Yeah.
I know.
Like, when you said this, what did you mean?
What
I'm
can you
sorry.
elaborate, please?
Well, this has been so fun. I can't thank you enough for having us and inviting us here to gush and to talk about this new product. Like,
Yes.
I mean, we've had the best time, so thank you.
I appreciate it. No, I appreciate you ladies for doing it, for coming on and for doing what you ladies do. Like I said, you ladies you're a pillar of the community when it comes to, you know, women in creating and everything else. And I try to promote you as much as I possibly can to everybody.
Thank you. We see that. By the way, we see that. Truly, we see it on our socials. We can't thank you enough, and we'd love to keep in touch and see you in person and be on your show again. So just thank you.
No problem. Yes, thank you. Like I said, yeah. Anytime you guys want to come on, like I said, I kind of keep an eye on what's going on, and I just knew about the app because when I talked to Carolyn and Verda on the last one, she told me about the whole train ride, about writing it on the napkin and everything else. So yeah, I was really, when I started seeing more promotion for it, it's like, oh, I wonder if they'll come on and talk about it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This was really fun. Thank you.
Yes. And like I said, you ladies are always welcome back anytime. And like I said, but I'll keep an eye on socials and stuff like that and anything else. Or if you have something you just want to promote and you want to get on and talk about it, all you got to do is shoot me an email and we'll definitely set something up.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Dog. This was wonderful. Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you.
But
Thank
make sure
you
you
for
guys go over
inviting me as
to.
well. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, thank you, Tiara. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so appreciative.
It was perfect. I'm so happy you got to join us.
yes.
Thank you.
I wish you would stop. No, but thanks.
Make sure you all go over to the Apple and Android store, whichever one you have. Download the app today. Get it filled out. Get in there. You don't have to be a woman to get into it. You can be into it. Just if you're a guy getting into it, just be very, very be polite. Don't be a turd. Because you know, I understand that, you know, some guys just can't help it when they get around a bunch of girls and women. It's just something that kicks in. But just be nice. No, just treat it as your own. Use it the way it's made for. Connect, you know, build your community and all that stuff, and use to advantage. Like I said, there is a lot of things in here, more than any app that I have ever seen in such a small in a condensed. It's everything you need. You don't need all that other BS that you find in all the other stuff.
Listen, we'll come back another time and we'll keep talking, but this was so fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Make sure you guys go follow the Gamers, keep them up on all the activity on their channel and stuff like that. And
a huge shout out, Dog. Thank you. We see in the chat, we've been trying to keep up all the people that have been chatting and listening and commenting. Thank you. It's much appreciated.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. You said shout out, and that got me. Go click on the link. Go follow their Twitter. Keep up on all their stuff. Make sure you go to their Twitch, and they have a lot of programs on their Twitch channel. So make sure you go over there, and also go to thegamers.com. Keep an eye and get things in, and when they do their next award show, maybe you'll be the next winner.
Vote, or you'll be nominated. That's right.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let you ladies go. I appreciate you for taking your time out of your Sunday for this, and we'll stay in touch.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ladies.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.